This gun is a bit of a mishmash. Base gun, Lancer, Alpha, stupid thing, with a Spectre gearbox. I think that's still Lancer with these bits. The outer barrel and the flash hider, I think, is still the Lancer. There's still the Spectre gearbox shell, but this is a gun that has got all manners of bells and whistles, and was supposed to be a good example of the type of gun I can build near the top end, I guess, right? And it was working beautifully fine. You take it to a game day, you chrono it, it's chronoing 330. Marshall's like, oh, that sounds nice, that gun. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, it does. And then we fuck about and find out and kind of, it broke. Didn't even get it to the first fucking match. Sod's fucking law, that, innit? So, sure. But let's go through the cool stuff that it's got in there. So, external wise, this thing is from an Ares. Fuck knows what Ares, probably a KM004. But it was from an Ares boneyard, and it's been modified quite heavily. Outer barrel got modified, inside it got modified, that hammer got modified, just so that fit on that lower. And it does. But fucking hell, that's a lot of shit. VFC grip, 416 thing, and a VFC 416 stock, and this thing. Pretty much. Oh. So then, internals wise, we got ZCI metal hop, which usually I go for the poly, but I thought, fuck it, let's try the metal one. ZCI high torque motor. And then it's basically a bit of a ZCI fanboy. So the gears, 13:1 short stroke by 2. I believe the piston head and cylinder head, all ZCI. And a Perrin V2 hybrid MOSFET. Now, normally, this is where I go, and it sounds like this. Oh yeah, we also put a straight trigger in there, because you've got to let people know that it's been upgraded by putting a straight trigger in there. And it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, that's the full trigger pull right there. So this thing was nice. But then he was like, oh, what's it sound like on fully auto? So I was like, it's really fast. That's why I just put it straight on 3-round burst, because it'll be too fast. Oh, just put it on fully auto a sec. I just want to see. Just want to see if it feeds. It didn't even feed one BB. Didn't like it. It didn't fucking like it. And from the sounds of things, we're thinking the tappet plate spring snapped and maybe shredded the tappet plate along with it. That's the best case scenario, because it still cycles. It's just not feeding. Nozzle's barely moving. So it's something along those lines. So, woo! But yeah. So much for that. Oh yeah, so something is rattling about in there. Who's an idiot? It's this guy right here. Yeah, like, took the bolts. Because I was like, that's basically done, right? Took that, thread locked nothing on it. And you'll never guess what happened and which part I fucking lost. No spoilers, watch the bolt video, which is part 1. Yeah. So that was good. So that was the first backup gun. I was like, okay, that's whoopsie. That one was not finished. I could have brought like the weird ass looking AUG that I've got, or I could have brought AEPs, you know, just fuck it. But no. Oh, okay. That is the bit from the piston, so that's something. Let's have a look at what the fuck. Oh, there's blue. There's blue stuff. Check this out. Yeah, it's definitely off. What? So now this is find the blue thing that's shredded. Not the tappet plate. It doesn't appear to be the piston. And it's not a delay. What the whatever, right. That has that's right, it's not good enough, I think. And it's just took paint off really. I just threw the shims everywhere. Oh, is that? Can we see in there? Like, that would make sense. That's kind of. Is that the bit that has been fucking shredded? Okay, so I have found one of the problems. The nozzle has broken, so that needs replacing. Give everything else a clean up, and nothing else seems to be at fault. The piston tin came off. I still got tiny vertical. Nozzles fucked. I can't really put that back on. Right, so it's back together. All firing nicely again. That nozzle was not fucked, but it wasn't going to go back in there again in that state. So, changed the nozzle, screwed that piston head back on quite tight. There is a possibility of putting a little bit of Loctite on one of the threads just to help hold that in. That will become more apparent with more testing. But ultimately, the only things that would really improve this now, ignore this, is just a nice better inner barrel, and if we want to be a little bit pedantic, that spring is very twangy, like you heard it out of the gearbox. It quietens down when everything's on there, but it's twangy, right? So it's going to make a little bit of noise in there. There's a twang, but ultimately it's fine. Any other gearbox, any other gun, that wouldn't be a cut down spring. But this is why we do the testing. That I'd probably need like an M110 or an M115 or something just to keep the power around that 330. And then just see which springs it likes. That's all it is. Other than that, let's not put it in fully auto next time and fucking shred that shit. But you heard it. It's fast. It's a bit too fast for what I usually do, but you have to go out of your comfort zone to know how to deal with these things. Yeah?